Let me thank ET for creating a platform like this, whereas Brijesh ji rightly said that he was absolutely not expecting energy, but all we can see is bright faces and good smiles and a lot of energy. So thanks to you, Siddharth.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. There are two things that struck my eye when this invite for the Excellence Awards came to me. First is the word called excellence. And second is this rupee symbol in awards. Does any one of you remember how this rupee symbol was actually created or was actually accepted? Does anyone remember this? Do you know that it was, yes, you remember it? How?
An advertisement has been given by the government and asked for the symbols, and one IT guy, I think IT Roorkee guy, has given this symbol. Which
Perfect, very nice. Yes, this was crowdsourced, and that's the power of India today and the power of technology. So going back, we have a platform called mygov.in, and one of the first contests that we did was to procure a symbol for rupee. And this was made by a fourth-year student in the design school of one of the IITs and was accepted across India. Now that is extremely striking, and that's where the word excellence finds its root. Because excellence today means innovation. In the banking industry, I remember 10 years ago, I've been an entrepreneur and now a politician. So 10 years ago, I used to meet the CXO level of the banking industry, and they would talk about everything else, specifically surrounded by data, but not technology. But today, when you meet the chair in any bank, you will realize the first term that they use is innovation. And that is what strikes India apart from the globe. Let me come to what the center is doing and the achievements of the center in the entire BFSI segment. One, yes, there has been a lot of print and press which has been spent on talking about economy. There are just two things that I want to remind each and every person in this room. Whatever you may say, India is 100% hope. We are looking at making India the next superpower. And when we look at the GDPs of developed countries, you will realize that they are extremely low because the base is low. Today, we are creating a fundamental foundation base for India, and that will show some teething issues. And that is what we want your help with, because it's the people with the expertise, is the people with the knowledge, is the people who understand this sector. When they come together with us, they can create these solutions for these teething issues. And this is a government that is ready to listen. So we have an intent to listen, and we are welcome to each and every solution that the crowdsourcing platform, that is the people of India, provide to us. So yes, when you tell us that we were wrong, you will have the finance minister taking a press conference, coming in front of you, saying that yes, I think we need to pass an ordinance for this, this, and this, and we will do so. And we've done it in the past. When we are told by experts, I remember I remember attending a meeting in Niti Aayog where Mohandas Pai was invited. And first thing that MDP said on that table was, it is important that we increase the liquidity in the market. And yes, the government set to thinking. We created teams. We created teams to analyze as to how liquidity can increase with corporates, liquidity can increase with people, and hence formulated laws that said, bring down the tax, bring down the corporate tax, and hence you can increase liquidity. But yes, you still have banking sector, and you need to push in liquidity into the banking sector, and yes, we did that too. So if you look at it, two things that I always say about this government. One, there is an intent to listen, and second, there is hope that whatever you say is going to be followed to the T if it is good for the nation. Second, and the most important thing, I think when we are talking about, or in fact, when Narendra Bhai Modi spoke about how we are going to look at the growth of our country, he said, enough has been said about PPP. It is the fourth P which is the most important. And what is that fourth P? So in public-private partnership, he added the fourth P, which is people, and that's you. And that's why when you see in a platform like this, or when you see standees like this, you realize that in between large banks, in the entire ecosystem of larger big banks, you still have those small fintech apps, those small lending apps which have made their leeways. And that is the new normal. So what we need to understand, and what people of India need to understand, that the new normal is being defined by the young and the happening who think of excellence in terms of innovation in every singular sector, and banking is one of them. And yes, that's why you still see that though NBFCs are not doing well, the lending apps are perhaps still getting seed money and Series A capital from the VCs. And that's where the clue lies. We need to create, in larger banks, we need to create intrapreneurs. We need to encourage innovation within us. We need to have people who question what we can do with this large data. Of course, I'm not going to touch upon security and safety because that's prime, and I'm sure Brajesh has done a fantastic job at that. But it's critical that we understand as banking sector that one of the largest assets of your sector is data. And perhaps data is going to be the king in the coming few years. But what we are going to do with this data is something that we as larger corporates, we as larger banks, or as small apps, or as fintech industry. For example, one of the largest and the biggest dreams of my own chief minister is to create Mumbai as the fintech hub of the globe. And yes, let me tell you a secret, a small little secret. Before the gift city actually came in, this plan of Mumbai as the fintech hub was developed. And this dream is still set. We are still set on this one dream that Mumbai is tomorrow going to be called the London of the East. Or in fact, better. And we are working continuously on this plan, but we still need innovators. We still need people who understand the word excellence. So once again, I think I congratulate platforms like this, because when we say that excellence is important, it is also important to recognize this excellence. Because somewhere there is a need to look inward, to look towards the requirement of India, because India as a whole, the requirement is extremely different, and believe you me, it is very, very difficult for an external innovator arising from the West to come to you, analyze the Indian market, and give you a solution. So it is you who has lived across in the country and understand your own customer, understand and analyze your own data that can actually develop innovations on that data. And last but not the least, I need to add, excellence also consists of this one word called sustainability. We have various platforms under the Chief Minister's office. One such platform is a platform where we have adopted 1,000 villages. And with us, we have anybody from Axis Bank here? we have the Axis Bank Foundation, who has adopted, out of those 1,000 villages, 200 odd villages. Anybody from Deutsche? We have the Deutsche Bank Foundation. Anybody from Deepak Parekh, HDFC? We have the Deepak Parekh Foundation. So yes, I encourage more and more banks to look not only towards your customer, but look towards your ecosystem. When these people partner with us and their foundations partner with us, they have partnered with us in skilling, in financial inclusion, in training women in financial education. And this is something that is immensely required for sustainability and hence for excellence. And that is the reason why your processes, your corporate can probably stand out from the rest. And that is why I always say, please encourage entrepreneurship within the organization, but also encourage sustainability, giving back to the society, analyzing the data that you have, understanding what your customer needs, and providing them more and hence taking more and more customer share and mind share. And that you will only be able to do when you understand that what you offer still has or still can be diversified. And hence, let me congratulate each one of you. I think you belong to an ecosystem which is extremely promising, which is extremely fundamental, and something that we will not be able to grow without, and we will definitely not be able to not include and still become a superpower. And hence, I feel you are the fundamental block of India being able to fly high. And hence, congratulations to each one of you, people who win the award, but also people who have given their heart and soul to this sector, because this is the sector which is going to create tomorrow. And you are the people who are going to write our future of India. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for giving a patient listening. Thank you so much.